Suzanne's Paparazzi Jewelry, 24/7 shopping available. 160920 is the code. Show her some love, like she showed us. K&A Custom Crafts on Facebook. Well, hello, everybody. Welcome in. The Four Bros here with you, the Four Bros Radio Show. Four of us tonight. You know, we kind of go around and sometimes there's different personalities on here, but the four of us are with you tonight. I am GMX, the Bearded One. I am joined tonight by the one, the only. He's not here messing around. Mess around, Dave.
What up, what up, what up?
And I'm also joined tonight by the man, the myth, the legend, Sir Chris P. Bacon.
Oh, now he's knighted. Yeah. All right.
Awesome. What's up, everyone? Hope everyone has a good night.
And I am also joined by the one, the only, Mr. Big B.
Hey, how's it going, guys? Got off work early, was able to get home, and I could do this show in the comfort of my own house instead of doing it in the comfort on my car. So, what's up, guys?
Well, we're just happy you're with us no matter where you're doing it from.
I know, it kind of feels like I'm on location when I'm in my car, though.
Right. Should be a good time. By the way, make sure you check out our Facebook page if you're watching us. We have our own Facebook page, Four Bros Radio. This is a simulcast on there. We're also on Anchor, and we're on YouTube as well. So make sure you check us out all in there. We also get in there with TikTok. Check us out on TikTok. We are there as well. So as we're going to kick off the show tonight and talk about this fabulous Monday Night Football game.
Oh, yeah.
That set all kinds of records. I don't think records that many people want to be part of.
Well,
but
you want to be part of a record. I mean, good or bad, I guess, you know.
I mean, good or bad, but hell, I don't think I'd want to be part of that record if I was the Buffalo Bills. First team in NFL history to lose a game with a quarterback throwing 4 or less passes.
3 to be exact, and only 19 yards.
Right. But, and the reason I said 4 or less is because the Carolina Panthers had a game a few years back. Chris Weinke, and it's probably been 20 years. Let's say that. I say a few. It's probably Chris Weinke. It's been a long time, but he threw 5 passes in a game, and Carolina won that game. So the opposing team against them lost. So yeah, Bills are the first team with a team less than 4. So if you are Mac Jones, I mean, you got your team in first place, and what did you have to do tonight to win? You handed the ball off a lot. At one point, I believe they ran the ball 36 consecutive plays.
I know at halftime they had 1 pass for 12 yards.
I saw that.
I think they had 149 yards rushing at halftime.
Yeah, it was something. It was something. Let me say that. And so you won a game in which you were 2 for 3 for 12 yards. 18 yards passing in this game.
Had a good game.
Oh yeah.
By the way, before we get into all that, I just want to tell you, everyone says, well, these rookies haven't really stood a chance this year. A lot of them play behind a horrible offensive line. Do you know which rookie quarterback has been sacked more than any other rookie quarterback this year?
I'm glad since you brought it up. I was going to say Mac Jones.
Zach Wilson.
It's not Zach Wilson. It's not Mac Jones.
It's Justin Fields.
It is Justin Fields.
Yep.
Think about that. Justin Fields
barely plays.
He hasn't even started every game this year, and he's been sacked 31. He's been sacked 31 times, third most in the NFL.
That's because he's young and he doesn't know how to read a blitz yet.
By comparison, Andy Dalton, who started almost as many games as Justin Fields has, if not more, has been sacked 11 times. So that should tell you the difference between some experience there. But put together, they've been sacked more times than any other quarterback tandem in the NFL, and it's not even close, so you know.
And sucks.
Yeah. So now back to the game tonight. So You think the Patriots are for real, guys? Do you think they're for real?
No.
Sure, I think so. If you could play like that today, I mean, both teams are used to the snow and all that, and if you can, like they say, run the ball in November, December, you have a chance to win it.
I get all that, Chris, but I'm going to say this. I'm going to say that I don't think that you could be used to the snow, you could be used to the cold weather, but I think it is more, are you really used to the wind? Did you see that wind?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Mean, when he kicked that, what was it, a 28-yard field goal, and it went from one side to the other and like dipped in behind the other. I mean, that's
it was like a knuckleball.
It was like a knuckleball. Yeah,
Well,
for Nick Folk.
if you were kicking with the wind, you were pretty much golden. But
how about
even the pass that I think it was Diggs that went off his arm? He had to like turn like 3 times. As he's running.
Right. Well, how about even the punter? The punter for New England, and I'm sorry, his name's spacing me right now. I think it's Riley,
yeah.
Right?
Bailey.
Bailey, the kicker. Yeah, the kicker.
Anyway, he punted the ball for 12 yards. He had a 12-yard punt in the game.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
He had 6 punts for 252 yards.
Well, that's because when he was with the wind, when he kicked it in with the wind, I think he had a 72-yard punt at one point when he kicked it with the wind. But against the wind, against the wind, he had a 12-yard punt.
And then Buffalo had 5 punts, their punter, and 233, and his longest was 59 yards. So when's the last time you saw 2 punters have more yards than the total offense?
I know. That's insane. That's kind of crazy.
I mean, maybe the Bears,
But okay, but let me ask you a question now, and I know that we could sit here and second guess the coaching staff all we want, but if New England has run at you 36 plays in a row, don't you think you would start putting 9 and 10 guys in the box?
I would have started that from jump.
Well,
I would have told my defensive backs and corners, okay, you guys man to man on each receiver, you take the tight end, you take the running back, everybody else.
No, you wouldn't even. I mean, I get your point, Big B, but you wouldn't even have to cover the tight end. He's blocking.
Well,
and
yeah.
Every formation they ran was 2 receivers. 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. You tell your corners, we're not even playing any deep safeties. You guys are one-on-one.
Yep, one-on-one.
2 receivers, 2 defensive backs, everyone else in the box. I'm just saying.
Even Andrew said at one point that he would take a linebacker or 2 out the field and put 2 extra defensive linemen on the field.
Why wouldn't
you? No doubt. Why wouldn't you?
Or take a lineman or 2 off. Put your linebackers up there to blitz in, and
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I just think that they could have done a better coaching. I really I don't think Buffalo lost this game because they're less talented than New England. I don't think they lost this game because they played a worse game than New England did. I think they flat out lost this game because their coach got out-coached by Bill Belichick.
Agreed.
Yeah, I can see that, yeah.
Well, and I mean, you got one team that's running for 200-some yards. You got the other team only 99, and they're trying to pass.
I get that, but I think you look at they had right around the same amount of yardage if you add passing and rushing together. Yeah. I was just saying they didn't play any worse. They have all the talent that New England has. They just flat out got out coached. Their coaching staff got out coached by Bill Belichick and his coaching staff. So
I really would have liked to see this have been on a perfect day game. Hopefully the rematch will be.
We'll get our chance in 3 weeks when Buffalo goes into Foxborough. No, they have a bye, then they have a game against Indianapolis, and then they play again. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Then I think I heard it wrong because I thought it was this week, and then there was a bye for New England, and they played next week.
No, New England has a bye this next week, or this week coming up. Then they play in Indianapolis, and then it's the rematch with Buffalo.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I heard it wrong then.
Which, by the way, interesting stat. This is the latest in a season that we will ever have a bye week, week 14. So
Normally they
that's kind-
stop after Thanksgiving, don't they?
Yep. Usually they're all done by Thanksgiving. Yeah, but
I thought there was 1 year that they had a bye week every week.
well, that's when they had 31 teams before the
Yeah.
Browns
Yeah.
came back into the NFL. They
Okay.
didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
I remember Arizona got hosed that year because they had a bye week 1.
I was
Yeah,
gonna say.
yeah.
Like that sucks. Like you get your star player hurt in the middle of the season, you're kind of hoping that bye week, helps them out. But no, you did not get that. So I heard something interesting that the NFL Players Association is actually pushing to make the regular season 19 weeks, but not adding an 18th game, but adding a second bye week in the middle of the season.
I figured they would do that. Yeah.
That's what they're talking about. So you break it up where you get your first bye. The teams that get their first bye, like week 3 or 4, and then you're getting your second one like week 10 or 11. And you'd have to spread it out in there. Make sure no teams get bye weeks on back-to-back weeks. It would get complicated, but
Well, you could have one.
They do that.
Have,
They get rid of preseason.
well, you could do like one team gets a bye like usual. But
To
then
be honest with you though, as a fan, I understand they have to have bye weeks, but I hate not watching my team play every week. I wish they didn't have bye weeks at all, but I get they need bye weeks.
No,
I get
it too. And to speak to your point, Big B, I do think that preseason is being phased out.
Yeah.
And I think it's been phased out the last few years by doing what they call these co-practices.
the joint practices, yeah.
Joint practices, right. Your team in your geological location, Minnesota's practicing against Green Bay on a Thursday. Well, that should be your preseason. Like that should be your game right there. That should show you, your running plays. Obviously, it's not going to be your starters, but it should tell you if those younger guys can actually hack it in a game situation or not. Like that would be all telling for me. So I don't know. I'm not a preseason guy. I never have been. I do think you should go on a rotation where 2 teams still play on a Hall of Fame weekend. I think that game has to stay because everyone watches the Hall of Fame ceremony. They want to see the football game, and even make it worth something. I don't know what to do. Like I don't have an idea of what that would be, but make that game something that everyone wants to watch.
$25,000 bonus.
Well, the team that got the first and second overall pick, and that's the first and second overall pick. Like, bring your guys out, let them play in a game situation.
So we'll
in the Hall of
see
Fame
the
game.
Lions in Jacksonville every year.
Right? Or Houston at this point, or what other team?
I think if they do the 19 weeks, that the owners are going to want 18 games.
Yeah.
But at least they get $200 million next year.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, I heard that too. That they're the salary cap.
It's nice for the salary cap, and I get it'll get some teams to be a little more competitive, which I think has been lacking in the league. I heard something crazy, by the way, that they're talking that within let's see, it's 2021, so it'd be within 15 years. So by the year 2036, and I don't know why they picked that year, but that was the year that they picked, that within 15 years that the NFL could expand to 40 teams by then.
Yeah,
That's one too many.
it is.
That's one too many.
Yeah, that's way too many.
Well, I mean, could you imagine that? We already have teams like the Lions that can't win a game until week 14, and now you're going to bring in teams that are not as talented as they are. Like, you're going to have a lopsided league. Like, we've had that in the NBA for years. You get all these small market teams that come in and can't compete with the large market. Baseball's the same way. They really want to push overseas. They want to push to Mexico, and they want to push in Canada. Yeah.
And the only way overseas is going to work is if they're going to have a division all to themselves.
Oh yeah, you have to. I know they talked about it. They talked about it in
so
the
you got
NBA.
4 teams going over there, and you're going to have 4 teams in North America.
Right. They talked about it in the NBA, and I know that they actually drew up the plans in the NBA. And so what they said was they would make a 5-team division in Europe, and that 5-team division would play all the other NBA teams. Obviously, they'd come and do a road trip for how many ever games, and then go back home, and they'd face their divisional opponents 4 times like you do every year. That'd be majority games. But the teams that are traveling, you would get all of your international games done in one sitting. So if you're the Bulls, you would go play in Europe, and you'd play all 5 teams in Europe for like a week or 2 weeks or whatever it breaks down to. And you go, and that would be your games for 2 weeks.
So they would have to send like 2 or 3 teams over there to get that done, right? Yeah.
Right. So, basically a division on a division or whatever comes up with that would kind of be there. And that's the only way to do it in the NFL. You'd have to have teams that are all from there. Now, I don't know if you guys remember this. Do you remember NFL Europe?
Yep.
Yeah, I've heard of it, yeah.
Yeah, I know
It was kind of like a minor.
But,
Kurt
yeah,
Warner
it was like-
in that league.
It was like a minor league in the
No.
summertime.
yeah, it was like a developmental league. But I'll tell you what, I actually enjoyed some of those games. Like, I actually liked watching them because you had guys that were trying to make the NFL. So they were better than college players, maybe not quite NFL talent, but this was their chance to come out there and prove that they had NFL talent.
They
And
were undrafted, normally third string guys.
It was like
yeah.
if the practice squad had a team. You
Yeah.
could
true. But here's
Jaducci would be the starter over there. I mean,
right. Now, my biggest beef with the NFL, and this has always been my biggest beef. Mess around and I have talked about this many times drinking. So you can imagine how that went when we were drinking many times. But my major beef with the NFL is they're the only professional league that has no minor league system. And you could say that they have college, but college is not a minor league system because it's not a professional league. Minor league baseball is professional baseball. It's just minor league
team.
Right, exactly. Minor league baseball is minor league. It's professional. It's just not the big leagues.
It's one level down.
Right. And I can tell you, living near Eugene, Oregon, and we have the Eugene Emeralds, which is a single A low affiliate ball club for the Seattle Mariners. It's a short season. I think they play like 44 games in the middle of the summertime. But you go downtown to that stadium in the middle of the summer, and you can't find a place to park. Like, it's packed, and there's 7,000-8,000 seats in there, and they're selling out every home game as a minor league single A affiliate baseball team. Think about that. Think about the NFL talks about money and how much revenue they wanted. Could you imagine if Chris, do you actually live in Dallas or outside Dallas?
I'm close. I'm like 20 minutes from Dallas.
Okay, so what's the town? So the city of Austin, let's say. Okay.
Right.
So if the city of Austin got a minor league football team, now it's still professional, it's not quite the NFL, but it's minor league. Don't you think they'd sell out the stadium every single game?
They would.
in Texas?
Oh yeah.
Well, but that's what I'm saying. The NFL always drove me crazy with this. Like, why? I get you don't want other professional leagues. And Christy Wilson's got a good point. What about the XFL? I think that one of these leagues that's come up and coming should pitch this to the NFL. Like, we know we're not on your level. We know we're not going to compete and get your players and do all this like the USFL did back in the 80s. We know that's not going to happen. But what if you made us your minor league system and we played in the summertime when these players are training camp and all of that? It gives the NFL scouts a place to go and get these guys after college and see what these guys can do and bring it to the NFL. I honestly think that that's what one of these leagues should do.
But
Why
then
couldn't
the NFL,
Go ahead, Chris.
I was going to say the NFL is going to complain and say, well, that's what the combine's for.
But how many players get invited to the combine?
Not many.
To 100 or so.
Exactly
So-
my point. Think about Major League Baseball. You have single A, double A, triple A. Okay. For every single Major League Baseball team, which is 30 of them. So that's 90 additional teams that have minor league players, which is around 25 for each team. I mean, so you're talking 1,800 players that are in a minor league system that you can infiltrate into 30 teams.
And the minor
how
league
about,
teams.
how about this for an idea? How about we make the practice squads a full 45-man roster and turn that just into
Okay, I
minor league.
just Googled it, and 330 players get invited to the combine.
Okay, 330, but still, I mean,
But, okay, so why don't we take our practice squads, fill them all to 40, 45 people, and have them be the minor league and go around, let's say every Thursday, they go play, the Packers practice squad will go play the Bears, Vikings will go play whoever.
I mean, it's an idea. Anything's an idea. Anything's better than what you have right now. And what you have right now is everyone keeps calling the XFL, the AAF, all these other teams that keep coming up, indoor football leagues, all of these, they call them all scrub leagues because there's no ties to the NFL. You need something that's tied to the NFL, that's a minor league system that gives these guys more of a chance to be recognized, to be shown. And I think if you structured it kind of like Major League Baseball, where you could get pushed up, I don't know. I just think that the NFL, it would be a huge revenue source for the NFL because the cities that deserve to still have teams, like a San Diego, that'd be a great place to have a minor league football team. Portland would be an awesome place.
Iowa.
Somewhere in Iowa. St. Louis. Think about those the places I've lost teams. I mean, those would be places to have. Yeah, I mean, those would be great places for minor leagues. So we're gonna do something a little special here. We're gonna switch up from the NFL. We are gonna get to trivia and wow, it just escaped. Yeah, rapid fire. That's it. It just was gone. Sitting there stumbling for a minute. But before we do that, I hit a randomizer on my phone. And so what we're going to do, the guys and I have decided that we are going to do a gift exchange live on the network, something for Christmas time. And we have gone into a randomizer. Everyone's name is affiliated with a number. So what you're going to do, you can only pick one number, and you're going to pick 1 through 5, because Sarge is going to be part of this too, even though he's not here. He'll get whatever's left, I guess, in this. And so, Chris, we're going to start with you. Pick a number between 1 and 5. And obviously, if you pick yourself, I'm gonna tell you to pick another number. I don't really pick between 1 and 5, and we'll figure it out.
3.
All right. So I will privately message you who your person is, because I think that's the fairest way to do it.
Yep.
So we're waiting on that. Big B, you can pick a number.
So 3's off the board, huh?
3 is off.
Let's see. I will go with as many wins as the Detroit Lions will have the rest of the year. I'll go 5.
Oh,
you'll go 5.
They're going to go on a roll. They're going to go on a roll.
You think so? Okay.
No, I don't. They're going to win next week, I say.
You think they're going to win next week?
Who are they playing next week?
Yeah. They're going to.
All right. You're up, mess around. So 3 and 5 are off the board.
Give me the number that the Lions are actually going to win this year, and that's 1.
All right. Let's see. So 1 would be. All right, and somebody pick for. Let's have you pick for Sarge.
Okay.
Only 2 numbers left.
Seattle Mariners World Series wins 0. Oh wait, that's not a number.
4.
4. So I will let him know who he got, and I get what's left. Okay, everyone's got their person. Yeah.
Yep.
Sent it to you in a private message, so you should get it to let you know who it is.
Send you back the address so they know where to send it to?
Yeah, send it to me. And yes, great idea, Big B. So everyone send me your address. You know what? Actually, let's put it in the private chat for Four Bros. That way no one knows who has who. You just put your address in there, and then whoever has you can pick out your address and send it to you.
That works. Too.
Okay.
All right. So that's out of the way. So we're going to go to trivia tonight. And did I have anything prepared for tonight? Let's look. Let's see if there's anything in here. Does anyone remember what we were talking about on Friday and we said we were going to bring it up tonight? I remember we were talking about something.
Oh. Yes, it was holidays. Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's talk about that for a minute while the trivia's pull it up. Let's talk about, guys, we're going to vote. What is the dumbest holiday that is celebrated in America?
Valentine's Day.
Valentine.
Valentine's Day. And why do we hate Valentine's Day?
Because
you
it's
can't really
so
do nothing
fun,
on
like,
Valentine's Day.
you're going to show love to
Everybody's
your
out to dinner.
significant other on one day instead of what about the rest of the days of the year? So it's just, to me, it's just like commercialized, stupid thing,
Oh, it
propaganda thing. Get you to spend money that you don't have to spend because, like I said, what about the rest of the year?
Right. Very good point. Very good point. Yeah, I think Valentine's Day is stupid too. So, but remember, the white person is the person that invented the 3-day weekend. So let's not forget that. That's why holidays exist. I mean, I'm not going to get into the whole race thing, but all I'm saying is, America, let's not say white people. I'm sorry. Forgive me for that. Let's say Americans. Americans are the people that invented the 3-day weekend. Remember that. We have a holiday that commemorates us working called Labor Day. And we celebrate Labor Day by doing what? We celebrate the fact that we work by taking a 3-day weekend.
Which is really dumb because not everybody gets that 3-day weekend. Like
Exactly. So something else real quick before we go into trivia. One thing I want to say is I heard someone talking about how, Jeff Bezos is worth $180 billion, 190, I don't know, something like that. Some crazy
A lot of
number.
money.
Just a lot of money. And a god awful amount of money you couldn't even imagine. And they're like, so there's 7 billion people on Earth. So if he gave $1 billion to every single person on Earth, he would still be worth $183 billion or whatever it is. Now that's insane to me, by the way. But think about why he couldn't give everyone $1 billion. Because if he gave everyone $1 billion, who would work in a store for them to go buy stuff? Who would work at the gas station for them to go get their gas? Who would be trying to make it? So my only point is everyone wants to make it, and I get they want to make it big and make their money, but there has to be socialized classes for a reason. That's the way economics work. So that's just food for thought tonight. Not to get too deep into all that, but that's just just something to think about. So
I wish he'd give me $1 million. Jesus criminy.
I know. I'd take it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Then I'd do something fun for a living instead of doing something I don't want to do.
I'd be doing this every day.
No doubt. I'd do this. You know what I would do? You know what would be awesome for me? I would be the person at the golf course that works in the clubhouse that gives out golf carts. Because have you ever met, by the way, think about this. Mess around, we've been golfing many times, right? So think about with us going golfing, have you ever met someone who is pissed off and mad at you that when they're out golfing with their friends?
Nope.
Exactly. So it's like the best job because no one's mad. Everyone's having a good time. You could sell them alcohol, drink alcohol. I mean, it's a great time. It would be a great job. I'm not sure. Did you mouth something, Big B? I can't hear you if you're saying something.
You muted. You're on mute. There you go.
Still can't.
Still can't hear you.
Anyway, let's go real quick. So we're gonna go the first one or two. First one to get two of these right wins tonight. We got to go quick because we got to get to rapid fire. So, which, and this is just shout out your name if you know the answer. Big B, are you back with us?
Still can't hear you.
So he'll come back in a minute. So shout out your name when you know the answer. Let's see. I guess it's between the two of you right now. Maybe Big B will come back with us a type of rapid fire. Which NBA player was told to shut up and dribble by a Fox employee?
Chris. LeBron James.
You're right. It is LeBron James.
I should have known the King Crybaby would be the answer.
Right.
Big B, say something. Nope.
Technical difficulties. We apologize for that. Who played Ray Hobbs in the movie The Natural?
Oh my God. I know this. It's right there. And it's gone.
I'm not sure either.
All right. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yes. So Big
Of course,
B,
I can't hear you.
Who played Ray Hobbs in The Natural?
I don't know if he can hear us, but
Chris and I don't know the answer, so if you know it, shout it out.
I don't.
Okay, well, then we're going to say it is Robert Redford.
I knew that. God dang, it was there and then it was gone.
Yep. All right.
You guys hear me? I can hear you.
Yes.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
I love technology.
Yeah, you got electrical. Okay, so Chris has 1 point. Mess around
I
has
have
zero.
zero.
Big B. So what we're doing it kind of like we were doing. You think you know. Shout out your name when you know the answer.
Yep.
Who was drafted after LeBron James and before Carmelo Anthony?
Darko Milicic.
Yes, sir. Darko Milicic. And by the way, he was drafted by the Detroit Pistons.
Detroit Pistons. Instead of taking Carmelo Anthony.
And
Good job,
it's
Detroit.
Or D Wade.
Yep. Okay, so one each there. Who defeated the Bears by 1 point in their opening game for the 2018 NFL season?
Chris.
Green Bay Packers.
Ooh,
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
you're going to say that? All right. Well, you guys tied. You got two each. Doesn't matter because Dave had the right answer. Chris wasn't for. Doesn't matter. All right. So let's see. So rapid fire. That was great with trivia. Big B, sorry you couldn't be part of that because you didn't really hear it. That's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. All four.
That's all right. So 2 questions each. We're going to go around the horn tonight. Around the horn situation. So I'm going to ask you each 2. Then you each get to ask me 1. Fair? Fair. All right.
Fair.
Let's go. And we're going to start with Big B. Big B, your question is blue or pink?
He'll never catch me in anything pink. I'm going blue.
All right.
Well, actually, that's a lie because I have one thing pink that I wear once a year, and that's to my family pig roast. But outside of that, it's blue.
Okay. All right. Sweet Baby Ray's or KC Masterpiece?
Ooh. Got to go Sweet Baby Ray's.
Okay. Mess around, Dave. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, crunchy or smooth?
Smooth.
Okay.
Smooth.
Oh, let's go. Would you be closer to a scratch golfer or a professional golfer?
You know the answer to that. 4.
Yeah. All right. Crispy bacon, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Camping or glamping?
Camping.
Camping, okay. Eagles or Giants?
Ooh.
Giants.
Yeah, I knew he was going to say that because there's no way a Dallas fan is saying the Eagles.
Nope.
All right, y'all get one.
Who wants to go first?
Whoever got what I'm thinking right now.
I do. Okay, J Mac, where would hold on? Would you ever go skydiving?
Would I ever go skydiving?
That's the sound
Wow.
you hit the ground.
Yeah. I've actually been bungee jumping, so
Ooh.
yes, I probably actually would go skydiving.
All right.
What? Go ahead, Messerum.
Vikings or Bears?
Jesus.
That's a dumb question.
That's how, yeah, I mean, if
Kind of like
you're gonna
Dallas fan.
if you're gonna make me pick one, I have to pick the Vikings because there is no way in hell I'd ever pick the Bears.
I bet you wouldn't even do it if his life depended on it.
I mean, it would be one of those things where if it came down to the Bears had to win for the Packers to go to the playoffs, you're just like, holy crap, what do I do with this game?
Right.
Kind of like, kissing your wife's best friend to keep her alive. What do you do?
Man, I know.
All right, J-Mac, kind of talked about what's his face with the $1 billion. What would it take for you to walk away from your job if somebody offered you money?
What would it take for me to walk away from my job?
Yep. Didn't have to work again.
I mean, it's tough because I gotta say that the number's probably a lot higher than what everyone thinks it is. Some people are going to come in here and tell you 25, 50,000. That's not enough for me. There's reasons because yes, I have my salary, which I mean, that's like a year's salary. Well, that's actually less than a year. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what my year's salary is. My point is like, because then you have my benefits, you have my life insurance, all this stuff on top of it. I mean, I have to say it would have to be probably a solid $5 million for me to walk away.
I think that works.
I had a better question for you.
Ask it.
Okay. So a guy offers you $1 million for a night with your wife. What do you say to talk her into it?
Wow. Wow.
All right, boy, that's tough. It's honestly because reverse situation.
I was just gonna say that. I just got a reverse idea here. We all know our women, Chris. I don't know, but between us three, what do you think it would take our girls to be like, yeah, go ahead, take them?
More than $1 million.
More than $1 million, I think. I don't even think I could do it for $1 million. Like I don't think I could do. I don't think that I could be okay with another guy with her for $1 million. I don't even think $1 million
I get
is
that,
enough.
but we know our women. But what if they got offered that from a girl for us?
They would say, "Okay, give me the money and don't bring him back."
I mean, that's probably where that's at.
That
Or
is honestly probably what they would say.
they would say that, or they would say, okay, well, I get half of it when the divorce is over. I mean, it's going to be something like that too. Like, so I don't know,
But like you said, Beth, or J-Mac, it's a double-sided sword because we all are like, God, $1 million, I can't see that. But we know our women would be like, okay, take them, don't bring them back. I mean,
yeah. Yeah. Speaking of that, one last thing before we wrap up the show and give everyone their 30 seconds. So speaking of having people coming home and getting money, this wife walks in one day and says to her husband, no, I started that wrong. I'm sorry. The husband walks in and says to the wife, "What would you do if I won the lottery?" And she's like, well, I'd probably take half of it, take the kids and leave your ass. And he's like, all right, here's $3. I won $6 on a scratch off ticket. Take the kids and get the hell out.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh,
Chris, are you taking notes?
right.
I won the lottery a couple weeks ago. I won $21. Woohoo!
Did the girl leave you?
$21. Oh shit, that's funny. All right, Chris, give us 30 seconds, man.
Thank you guys for watching, tuning in. Great shows coming this week. Also, before we head out, don't forget that we are sponsored by or brought to you by Legal Shield. They help with all your legal stuff, and they're around the clock. So go to LegalShield.com.
Thank you. Mess around, Dave.
Can't wait to do this again Friday. I always love the show. It's like a highlight of the week for me. Besides Between the Ropes, because that's my baby. But
For sure.
love the show.
Yeah. All right, Big B.
Thanks for everybody for viewing. Love doing this show along with the other shows I'm on. Chris, if you got pull up Bodie's book, I'll promote it right now. Check out his book on Amazon. Race Against the Race, endorsed by the Big East Conference. I have my copy. It's a great book. It's probably going to take me a few months to read because I'm not that intense in reading, but I've enjoyed the book so far. I can't wait to see what it reveals on his life story. Can't wait. So thank you, Chris. Keep checking us out on C2C. I know tomorrow we got Roundtable and Tuesday Night Mania. Wednesday Sports Minute, Bo and Joe show, which Bo Dean Sanders will be on there. So,
Yep.
Just keep checking us out.
Yep. And let's not forget, The Compound with Sarge is the new hit show on C2C. Watch for some more shows. We've been talking about putting some more shows out. Everyone's loving this, the merchandise, if you will. Everyone's loving the stuff that's out there, so we'll get some more on here. But as for tonight, we bid you adieu. We hope you have a great night. For Chris P. Bacon, Mess Around Dave, Big B, this is J-Mac the Bearded One signing off, and we will see you all on the other side.